All right, Grand Rising, it's Shay Seeking, and I'm back with another video. All right, so we was here. We're going to go back there, but we're going to just chat it up real quick while we clean up the table, okay? So I was just thinking, if these people have been able to have 40 years to tear down my image, to stop me from coming to my reign or try to kill me or send me into the afterlife before my reign began, or while these people were reigning in my steed or in somebody's steed. Of course, if they've been doing this, they've had about the last 3 years that I've been sitting in hermit energy, or 4 years, maybe even more. These people have had time to wipe the slate clean or to erase their involvement. So there's nothing that I am saying about any of these women that I have put on the front line and spoken their name. This judgment is about Christ coming back and judging these people and going through a transitioning period of going back and being able to see with a different mindset what could have or had been going on in the past. So these people don't get to go into the government and go into these clubs and go into these things and into the underworld and erase their involvement or manipulate documents that they've been manipulating already for do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is not regular. These are people or demons or the dead trying to judge the holy. You cannot do that. Or the Son of God. They waited until this they kept somebody separate from this father so that they could take the abundance, the finances, the titles away from the person that didn't do anything wrong to these people. So even if somebody did something wrong, this has something to do with life and death. If people are being petty that's in these positions, they need to be removed immediately, because this means for the past centuries, they've been able to do this to certain families in order to grab somebody's title or something. I don't think that anything that I've given away on this channel was enough information for somebody to go in and do something to steal. They already had this information. They were already, they knew more about this situation than me than I did. So there's nothing that I'm saying here. Even I still feel this my life, but I'm still on the outside looking in at my life compared to these particular people that have been doing these things from behind the scenes. So if they have taken these people that harmed me or pierced me and they placed them in high places in the judicial system, in the police force, in the community, something like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, when it comes to these royal lineages, if they all were doing this, see, that's why it was about Christ denying these people. Okay, saying I did not know you. That don't mean that he didn't cross paths with these people. But damn, this could be the thought that, oh, I thought I knew these people, but I don't know you. Because now looking at it from this aspect, I see whatever you were doing behind the scenes. I was only able to see the hands that you were showing me. Now, Source gave me another gift of insight to be able to see what you were doing behind the scenes. And your hands ain't clean. You see? Your hands may be clean, but your soul, your energy, your mind, whatever this is that you were doing against someone, rather me or somebody else. There's other people that are connected to me that was involved with this that didn't know what they were doing or were misled as to who somebody was, okay? Those people might be able to be spared, but I don't think that it's the people that were headlining this hate crime that are going to be in that denomination, okay? So I'm not gonna. I'm like, when it comes to something that I know is you're wrong and I'm right, okay, about the way I'm feeling or what I'm seeing, you can't turn me away. I don't take no for an answer. I don't take no for an answer when somebody is wrong and you just think that you won because, yeah, that's not gonna work with me, okay? So we'll find a way. Because again, with this technology, and this is somebody playing God with science, this new science and stuff like this. This is people trying to play God, and it's just going to have to be some kind of protocol or something placed, or some kind of something, okay, being placed now that we know that this has been going on. It just ain't going to happen the way that these people think it is. So I think that read was feeling kind of good. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with it over here on this side of the table. But I just wanted to start with that. Yeah, this is somebody that wants you to feel like you're not the prize. That the person that been lying and stealing and doing with your identity, with maybe a friend or a family member or something like this, that they're trying to say that you're not the prize. Somebody didn't want you to look like a prize to somebody anymore. Something about paying a price, and somebody could be also printing something up like with your image or something like this. Okay, somebody might think you're pretty, or it's because you're pretty, and somebody don't feel that way about themselves. They feel unpretty. Okay, you can get your, what she say, you can get your, buy all the makeup that man can't, but if you can't look inside you. All right, so somebody could be bent up like a pretzel here. Okay, somebody might have you bent up, and then we have president. Okay, let's see, that's just was on top of the deck and it caught my eye. Yeah, these go with that. So I don't know. Then we're going to go ahead. Somebody wants some kind of reply to something. So we're going to go ahead and just see. All right. Because nobody is getting, if somebody's asking me to, if it's okay to press chart, whatever the fuck need to be done. Because I am not the one. I don't like to talk to people in broken conversations because people could try to make it seem like something is something that it ain't. And I just don't deal with it. And ain't nobody gonna go ahead and force nothing either. Hold on one second, my feet cold. Ouch. I try to judge people on their works. That's the thing. And if I didn't see you doing that work in front of me, hold on. Oh, she broke my heater. Dang it. She broke it. Damn. Oh, well. And nobody should take it. That's the thing. You know, it's just hard to find out this part because it's something like a dark, like a shadowy. It's like it's something that's not real or something here. Also, I was just writing something about Eve being taken out of man. It's like they had to denounce Eve. Now, I was saying this could be Adam or Eve this time. Somebody, however they're trying to mix this or maneuver this, one of the people didn't take the bait. Possibly me. And somebody else that did take the bait tried to hurry up and race to the top by ruining the other person and confusing you or something like this, or confusing me, so that they could... because, again, something happened when that person ate that, okay, or when they took that fruit. Something was expanded or opened up in their eyes. Okay, so the fact that I keep saying that, you know, there was an aspect of something that I didn't see. It's not that. It's just, I feel like this was some type of anointing from a higher power. It's not that I went and did something or took some fruit or something like this. I had to do this on my own. I had to get it out the mud on my own. So again, we have a man in reverse. So man could be in reverse now. This was just on the floor. But again, it might be a good thing that they took Eve out of man and tried to push her in another direction, because since somebody may be found innocent, she might be able to go back into man or stay in man and be the man. Or it's something about man here, okay? And is it man that went wrong? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Is it man that went wrong? Maybe we will find out. Maybe this is just AI trying to consume man or control the aspect of something here. This is the stuff we're dealing with, y'all. Maybe that's really hell, and that's where these people could be bound to, since they like to dig in on people's information so much. Maybe they gotta go digging in those mines or something. As a matter of fact, I don't know why they haven't come up. If these coal miners been here this long, I don't know why they ain't came up with a different way to get coal anyway. I know we need it, but I I just would figure out they would I was just watching something about like the health crisis or something, these nurses that go out with these buses for free and take care of these people or whatever. But I don't know why they don't just like any other developer would. I don't know why they don't just go out to these places and make some type of super mega mall thing. Now, a lot of these people are hardworking people. They got to travel far to get to. I don't know how. I would like to see. You know, what maybe get a aerial view or something of how they live, how far the markets are, how much stuff costs. Things like this or whatever. Okay, to know, but it just seemed like they're somewhere on these mountains, maybe they can place, like they place McDonald's on all of our corners. Maybe they could place some type of, like, on, depending on how the tread or how it lays or whatever, if they could put some centers or something that would give these people aspects that all of us can go to the corner to get, to make it easier for these people. Or some type of, if they're doing something, then this coal is very important for Americans to be able to survive. You would think that they would want to take care of these workers. Or it just seems, I'm not all, I'm not trying to act political or nothing like this on that level. All right. Like I know everything or something, but it just seems very, from a mother earth or that kind of energy, it would just seem, if these people were, if they wanted this, because it seemed like these people want, because when people live like uncontacted tribes, when they live a certain type of way, to just force your way in there and do what you want to do or something like that, it seems the same thing that some of us as Americans in suburbia may be going through. Okay. But I don't feel like people are forcing their way on these people. But I did hear that they were taking in somebody was saying something about, they were spraying this stuff in the air or whatever, and it would get on these people's clothes and make them sick or something like this. But, it just seemed like after all this time, and I do think that a couple of people said it just seemed like America is not taking care of its people. You would think that there's something, even when it comes to native reservations, you would think that there's some kind of something. Now, if the people are not down for it, if they don't want the government or the man or something having anything to do, because I think that when I was watching some documentary a while back, they didn't have any grocery stores. They had to go off the reservation to go to the grocery store. Now, I don't know if it's a choice of the elders or the people on that, in those places, or if this is, them just, people not caring and not, or just leaving them to do whatever they want to do on their reses, right? But it would just seem like that would be something here, I don't know how many, I don't know what the population is on these lands or nothing like that, but it just seems like that's just a lot, man. And there should be something that's more accessible here. Okay. If these people are producing something that's very much so needed. All right. Because I would think if they are using these people, and that means that they may be, it's just like pitting a certain group of people against each other. It's like taking Southwesterners and pitting them against, because they have their own ways that they normally work in that area, and pitting them against the people that might live in Hollywood, and then pitting the people in the Hollywood against people in suburbia, or, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like chaos or something. We have a tower moment here. And again, some of these people they only see what they want to see, or they're only one-sided. Me, I feel like I was given a higher position, because I like to go into other parts and see how you can help. Or some people don't like the word help because they just want to invade and rob and pillage and take. But there's a way to be able to also get what you need, okay? Or pay for what you need, or something where something can be balanced out for everyone. It's just the way it seems to me. We got the 8 of Cups, I think this is. No, the 9 of Cups with the crown here. It seems that way to me. But then you have everybody that has these micro aspects that they care about. So-called black people, so-called these. Well, I don't hear anybody else but black people complaining. In white, so-called white people, okay? The people that mostly possibly they would say in slavery or during slavery up until now, it was the blood and tears and sweat of the so-called slaves, and then it was the something about the involvement of the slave masters or whatever that was able to build, is what they say, this nation. But it seems like right now, everybody that's coming in is benefiting off of all that work that our ancestors, whether they be so-called black or white, because people listed that way, but there's been Asians here, there's been Indians here, there have been other people here, Native Americans here. Oh, we'll add them too. Okay, so Native Indians, I look at them as different. And so-called black and white, and some black so-called black people are Indians, so some so-called white people are too. It's just a lot. I don't want to think that they're excluded. So I guess leaders are not supposed to talk about these things that could be solutions for problems, because these people don't want that. They don't want people to work together for a solution for a problem. They want the natives to talk about this, the so-called black people to talk about this, and the so-called white people to talk about this. But then we have all these other people that come in and they're just given things. Or when they do come here, like I said, they stick together. They shop with each other. You got Chinatowns and stuff like this or whatever. They buy from each other to make sure that the money is going back into their group. But even when it comes to so-called black people buying from each other and working with each other and supporting each other, you could go to a black hair. I heard somebody talking about they experience at a hair salon, and somebody's like, I ain't never going back there again. Da, 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 da. We quick to tell our own people that when they come in, because you know how it is, especially at the hair salon. That's why I can't stand going. But we're quick to give I ain't never going back there and get into a fight and everything like this on your way out the door because the service wasn't good. But you'll go back to an Asian nail salon if you feel maybe that somebody was maybe being funny, or you didn't get the thing that you want, or now there's trying to, instead of just doing your nails and asking you how long and charging you the same price for every length, now they're saying, oh, it's $20 extra if you want to go this long or that long or whatever. But we got sisters in communities or in their houses doing nails that's knocking these Asian shops out the park. They doing nails that's knocking them out the park. You see what I'm saying? And it's almost like this, because I remember it was this girl named Annie. It was an African lady that had a hair braid in place over there in Kenosha when I was going there. And she turned it into also a beauty supply. And her shop didn't get, some of the stuff was a little bit more expensive, but she didn't get as much support as the Asians did. And I feel like the Asians kind of ran her out of there after a while. But you have to think about these Asians when they stocking up their stores. They're if you live in Chicago, most of the Asians in that community have these hair salons. They probably, it would seem that they are, and this is what I hear or heard, that they are buying their stuff in bulk, like 10,000 combs, and they're all putting in on this. So when they get the combs, they just come pick up the stock or whatever and restock their stores. They have connections to China or whatever to get these particular things that they need. But the so-called black girl that's trying to start this shop, or somebody else that look like the people that's going to be going there, I've heard that this happened in several cities, that they kind of run them out because they have to pay. They don't have those same connects. So they have to pay a little bit more for the stuff in bulk than they, they had to pay more for the stuff in bulk. So they had to charge you a little bit more. And people are like, well, I don't care. I think I had an argument with my sister one day, my play sister. And she was like, yeah, but so what? Because I don't care. Even if it is that way or whatever, I'm still gonna go to she was like, I'm still gonna go to the Chinese shop, because why would I do that? Why would I pay an extra $1 for the comb? You know what I'm saying? If I could go to the Chinese shop and get it for 25 cents. And I was like, well, that's the whole aspect. That just show, it's like, okay, well, we be like, black business, we ain't got blah, 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 blah. But when somebody do and they're trying, and you see that they're trying, we don't want to pay the extra 75 cents. Do you see what I'm saying? It's 75 cents. It may be a lot, but is it worth, is it worth knowing that you supported a so-called black business that's at least trying to, on their own, standing there like a warrior, trying to, provide for their people? We say, oh, well, it would feel better to go into a black shop or something with black women in there and whatever, that know about the things or whatever like this that you need or something like this. But really, when it comes down to it, like I said, it's a slight inconvenience. It's just like if you know that you live by a place that serves coffee, right? You could pull out your house every day, and 1 mile up the road, there's a place that has coffee, but you like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So you're going to spend the extra 5 minutes, maybe even being late for work, or the extra um, 5 miles or 10 miles to go to a Dunkin' Donuts because you don't like, the service station has a coffee too. If you just want coffee, just get it from there. But you would rather, because it's your preference, it's your money, and you can spend it how you want to. Yeah. So you would rather go to, a Dunkin' Donuts. So you go out of your way a little bit every day, fit it into your schedule to go to Dunkin' Donuts because you like theirs better. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? So so again, we used to inconveniencing ourselves for things like that. Like a McDonald's can forget your fries 100 times and you will still serve and go, even, you'll still go back to that McDonald's again and again and again. When you know that at this McDonald's, they always forget something. You will give them a second chance and still give them your service, okay? Or give them your money for the service. But when it comes to our own people, we quick to just do that, okay? That's just that's how I feel, okay? That's how I've been able to see it. But yeah, she ended up having to close down her shop because they kind of did run her out of there, okay? Just what it was, all right? So because I talk about these things doesn't mean I'm vouching for it. I see a problem. Oh, and then I'm looking for a solution. I'm just that type of person. And I feel like I could do it on many different levels. If there's people that's already in some type of industry and they're professionals, I'm one of them people that if something is not working, I don't even have to be in that industry. But if you give me the layout, if you lay the map down and show me something, there might be an aspect that's missing. There might be just that energy that these men or the patriarch have been doing something for a long time in valuing these other feminines' opinions over American women. That's all for America, and that's what the problem is. Who knows? But they're hiding themselves amongst us if they're the same as us, and they're not. They don't care about you. They don't really care about us. And it's so funny because Michael Jackson gave so much to Africans, but at the end of the day, he was, I know what the video was making it seem like, and they were in prison and stuff like this. But again, that could look at it from a different aspect because it don't matter who they are or what they look like. The people that don't care about us make it seem like it's people that's trying to keep us in imprisonment, whether it is a mental or physical or emotional or whatever, some type of imprisonment. And imprisonment can just be lack of knowledge. And it don't have to be because you're not smart enough or you're not good enough. It could be that AI and technology and other energies and maybe even higher powers, aliens or something, have been able to affect or afflict some of us in certain levels here, whether you know it or not, subconsciously or other, where you have not been able to rise to the occasion. Certain information that you should have, foreigners have it before you, so they're able to regulate or build something in the midst thereof in order to put you down, strip off your clothing, make you naked while they're putting on your outfit that you're supposed to be taking in this next portion of your life. And they don't have the right to do it. If somebody else want to think that they have the right to do it over their life, you could try to think that, but you're not fucking doing it around here. I'm a motherfucker you will call dead, bitch, and I'll be living right back, coming back. Okay, well, let's calm down. Because again, once you put death on my name, then death, it shall be for your motherfucking ass. Because I ain't did nothing but just get started. And I don't have to run, do nothing. When the information come to me, that's when I will handle these things accordingly. Yeah, so we got the nine of cups here. All right, and then we have the 5 of swords, I think this is. Okay, there's a fire or something burning. Okay, so we may, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the fire need to come out a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep this, I'm gonna keep it kosher, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's gonna be happening here, okay? All right, so there's some cock blocking energy or somebody trying to do something here, or this could be these people raising themselves higher than somebody, even though this is the biggest wand on here, or yeah, it's wands. So even this is the biggest one on here, they might be trying to burn you or burn me, okay? Trying to act like something never even existed, okay? Page of Cups, okay? Somebody, oh, well, let's just use this because I was looking at the full energy walking towards this. So you might be blocking something, but somebody might be already trying to set a fire or building you to burn. This is somebody that's afraid that you bring goodness. This is, like I said, these are people that call good evil and evil good. This is people that call those that they look at the bottom. They place the evil on top and putting the good at the bottom here, by forcing some type of lack of knowledge on you. Who would do that? What nation would do that? The most valuable players in their nation that's supposed to bring the nation up and bring order, who would allow somebody from another country to come in and put their foot on that person's neck? Because you don't think that they have the same credentials as you. God ain't talking about no damn credential. I don't think I seen anything about no damn high school diploma or nothing else in that fucking Bible. No master's degree. This is like somebody giving you the job or God giving you the job, but the people refuse to give you, or they make up some kind of fake credentials or something that you need for this. They try to find what you don't have that will work for man or will work for these type of men, okay? To be able to say that you don't have this, okay? Oh yeah, you got to have, if you've been if your leg was amputated, then they say, yeah, you got to have a left leg. Yeah, not the right one. It had to be the left leg that you can't, if you ain't got your left leg, you can't come. But if you ain't got your right leg, you can come. It's some stupid. I told you I was about to working on my cousin. Page of Cups, okay? So these are people that say, well, people that do this type of position, they act like this. They don't smile. They don't laugh. They act very serious. And so what? Somebody else came in to shake shit up. You know what I'm saying? That's my personality almost, to be like a Pippi Longstocking. And I feel like it's hard for people to dislike people's energy like that. But they do. They just trying to do it on purpose here. This is somebody trying to act like you're not the life of the party or something like this, because they thought they'd raise themselves above you. But these people can't be judged. These people cannot judge me that I came to judge. These are not judges, and they do not get to choose. With these witches for the past centuries, maybe they've been able to choose. But when the Christ is on the scene, you don't get to choose. Especially when we found you doing something invasive or doing something to somebody to stop them. You don't get to choose. You're going to get your ass knocked right out and down. This ain't no race or no competition. Ain't nobody in no competition that don't know that they in no competition. And ain't nobody competing when they don't have to. Especially with nobody that they don't compare to. If anybody is sneaking and invading your privacy and watching you in a competition, they will be kicked out immediately. So don't call it a fucking competition. It's just as simple as that. So somebody could be hiding a pregnancy, or they wanted to hide a pregnancy or something like this, okay? Somebody could have also got pregnant and then they feel stupid about this. This could be two young people or people that was acting young, a Page of Cups and a Full energy. And the sun is watching here. There's a little whippet. I think that Jill Biden's coat of arms has a whippet on it, okay? Because I kept on saying something about Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So here's the pail of water here, but it got a fish in it, okay? And then we got this Jack and Jill kind of energy going on. This looked like two like immature minors or something like this doing something. All right, so these people could have got in trouble, and they could have came and planted whatever this is in this cup on this wand. Now, just the other day, my daughter came over here and she ended up having some cannabis, right? And then she was like, "Oh, I just got this or whatever." And then she was like, "Did you want some?" And I said, "No." And then when I came back in here, okay, I noticed that it was still there, okay? And then I'm just thinking like, Okay. But that would be insane though. So that would be insane a little bit, because I know they don't send no alien police up in here to go snooping around in my house and find that little half joint. You know what I'm saying? And say, oh, look, there's drugs. It's illegal here. But the person that they're trying to replace me with is the person that went and got it, and the person that went and probably got it at their house. You know what I'm saying? Or they had it at. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like some stupid shit like that. So I know somebody is retarded. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody is that's what they, this is what they do. So somebody could have snuck in here or something and try to take a picture of this. Okay. And like I said, if this is some funny stuff, I mean, they're going to protect this child anyways if that's who they're trying to replace me with. So, me saying this person not going to get in trouble or anything, probably. Okay. And I don't care. I have to cover my ass, is just what I'm saying. You understand? I'm going to tell my side of the story. I don't give a fuck who it is. Right. So again, if somebody even if one of my children was trying to set me up, then oh motherfucking well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going down for it. Obviously, if these people use that person to do this, they know that they do it or that they had it. Okay, so do you get what I'm saying? It's something stupid like that. Okay, we got the moon in reverse. Something is being uncovered here. Now, this could be something else too. That somebody went off and it accidentally got pregnant or something like this. Okay, and they trying to transplant this seed into someone else so this person don't end up losing out on an opportunity or something like this. Okay, it could be something like this. Or somebody had a child and they don't want nothing to do with this child and they trying to get you to find fault in this parent, or if you don't, then the child could be taken. Like somebody's doing something with like CPS or something here. Okay, and this is the truth here. Okay. So again, if we're all being monitored, if these people wanted somebody be in trouble, or like I said, this could be a point where a child got pulled over with something like this, because this was what young people are doing or whatever. And so they said, well, we'll let you get out of this if you go ahead and put this at your mother's house or something like this. Some of these children could be being mind controlled. So if people want to act like robots and act like something like this and act like they don't have then we're going to talk about it like this on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Some of us don't even know if these are our real children, any motherfucking way. I don't know. I feel like two times when my daughter went to California, she came back looking entirely different and acting different. So again, she might go out there on trips and they might swap her out when she goes out there and send the old one in or something. One could be a boy and one could be, this is the shit that we have to be concerned with. Okay? Because people are being swapped out. Feminines are being swapped out, and then somebody that is actually has a phallus is being replaced, and now they're alone with could be single mothers or single fathers, and now they're alone with this child, and you don't know what these people have done to their mindset. You're not there, but these people can have cameras there, and they could be enjoying seeing abuse going on with these children and all kind of shit. So, I don't know. I'm not there at her house to see what's going on with her. They could be sending men into these households and having these men around these children. And these men could be doing rituals on your children when you go to sleep. This is why I feel like a lot of children that are at risk is maybe not so much that their parents is on drug, is that their parents be on drugs and then they have other people around this child or something like this. Now, we just not talking, I'm picking up on this in general. This is a general message. This is just what I'm picking up on from the earth speaking. Now, am I going to tell my daughter, hey, I think they swapped you out when you were in California. Let me make sure that you have a vagina between your legs. But this is the shit that I'm hearing that they're doing. They're cloning people and making them like this, and then they doing some weird stuff here. Okay? Now, I'm not saying my daughter is one of these people that's doing it. But what I'm saying is this is something that these are other things that people ain't talking about that are being done. Is being done so that things can be happening right underneath your nose. Somebody want to play God. They want to say you a seer, but you didn't see that. But these are people that know that they block some kind of receptors in your brain, and so you would not be able to pick up on that. Nobody want to walk around the house accusing their person of doing something or cheating on them or something behind their back. But some of you know it, you smell it, you picking up the whiff of it, but you just can't get to that. A piece of proof is for something this heavy. You're thinking a piece of proof or something has to come in where I can say, gotcha. But what I'm saying, somebody is making it so that you can't put A and B together. Like you can't put the ABC kind of, you can't, you know, and then that's how they get people in schizo energy. Like, oh, she's just accusing people of doing all these things, all these things. Now they're laughing and snickering because they're like, that is what's going on, but she'll never be able to prove it. So, but there's a somebody that's twisted and fucked up that's watching all of this happening in your houses, and they're making money off of this. So they don't have to kidnap your child and take them to an underground bunker all the time no more. Young lonely women that have children, and they give these men a chance, and we say, oh, why this woman got so many people? Because people want companionship or something. I know, by looking at women like in the projects and stuff like this that will stand there with their children and lonely, and sometimes they have men around and stuff like that, or some. I feel like it's always an experiment. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. And it's to also make something look some kind of way on the outside, but they want to forcibly build another. These are people that should be running from this, want to make this right. They was molested when they was little, but they want to see other people hurt. It's something that's a sickness, it's an illness or something here. Okay. And again, I would like to say that some of this is punishment to these people, because these people did this to some other kind of people, and now the same things that they put on these people is going to start happening to them. And that's whatever, you see what I'm saying? We have to think about the depths of that when God is saying that in the Bible. But see, that's why I say a lot of these people are godless beings. They're antichrist that are doing this. So they are the ones that saying, why didn't God kill all them people when they did that to them children? And a lot of times these are the people that was doing that to them children. They don't like God because God is seen wicked in the Bible, but you seen wicked in real life. When God said kill them all, they're not mine. Could that have been God waking up from his rest and realizing that the Lord God had created something in the image of his things, his precious things or her precious things, and then said, the way they act and what they're doing to the rest of the people on this earth that is of, yeah, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to get rid of them. I know mine, and these are not mine because of what they're doing. All right, so we have something about a 9 of Cups here. That would be sad that a whole community know about your husband molesting your children, but you've been in the house with them all this time and you never seen any inkling that this person was inkling or whatever you call it, that this person was doing this, but all the people is whispering about this in the community. And instead of coming to you and speaking on this, well, what are these things? Are these people? Are they what? What are they? Because, I mean, even if there's somebody hiding in the dark, you would imagine, even in a movie like People Under the Stairs, eventually them people came out and showed themselves to that boy, and then they were able to figure out something to free some people or something like this. So, what are these things that want to be so involved in your life, but not? Did anybody in this tarot community wonder that? It's like these women are, some of these women are dark, and they are... They've been privy to passing around these demons all this time, and they're trying to get these demons off their back and put them on yours or offer you up so that they can take the good lifestyles and livelihood that you're supposed to be living right now. While you waiting on the twin flame. So we do have to be very cautious. Everybody that say that they're in hermit mode is not in hermit mode. Something or someone could want you there. So that's why you got to make sure that you tapped in, not just on the outside and your outside of your cup or your body is looking good, but the inside is foul. There has to be work being done by you to scoop out that old parts of you that don't serve you. People so busy saying, oh, get rid of people that don't serve you. These is people that know that you sitting there not really fucking talking to nobody. Like most of the people that's watching their videos. You're listening to them and thinking that they're your God. So, you know. I don't give a fuck about the views or the subscribers. As long as somebody getting the message. You can like it or you don't. We got the Six of Swords. Somebody trying to keep somebody stuck so they can burn you alive. So these is people that want to put the Holy One on the stake and burn them. Because you're not privy to what these communities been doing. You're bringing up the dirt that they've been doing behind the scenes to break generational curses. Because you notice people ain't really talking about breaking of generational curses no more on tarot videos. Those words rarely come out. It's a business now. It's an industry, unfortunately. But fortunate for somebody who. Ten of Swords. A fatal blow. Could be of this person. Somebody could be changed, okay? We talking about coal mine. So somebody could be a Biden here. Somebody was saying 16 free and all this other stuff. They got to whip it here. Pet. So this could be a Biden or something that's getting a new life. Somebody could have been about to sacrifice their son for the world or for something like this, but they decided to, maybe I am a force to be reckoned with. And I don't need these people that's going to be like that to save me anyways. But somebody said, I loved you so, but somebody might be figuring out that something was just lust. Or somebody was going to betray you anyways, or whatever this is. Somebody tried to build you to burn anyways. They just wanted to waste your time and keep you in peril the last couple years of what they thought was going to be the end of your life. But this shit is about to shoot, of course. Now, listen here. Of course, if somebody lit this big old wand on fire here, you see all these little whatever this is shooting out. Of course, all of these four ones that thought that they was above this person is about to die. This could be two couples here that thought they was above the Christ or Yeshua or both of them. Or if this is one. Yeah. They told on themselves when they tried to restrict my channel. Everybody that was involved in that is going to lose their fucking life. This is people that owe me. Yeah. Somebody said, don't nobody owe you no. Oh, yeah. Some motherfuckers owe me. Yeah, they do. We got the ten of Pentacles here. All right. So we have this thing with this flower here. Okay. Somebody could be trying to put flowers on your grave, or somebody really wants you to think that you dead and you in the afterlife. When these people is going to realize that they just lost their light. But they feel like they can swing by here, or they're going to be forced to swing by here and pay respects to this channel now, instead of them having me in the what they're calling the afterlife or the living or something was when they were controlling the aspect and making money off of or sharing my information in the background. Now that they've allowed, where it seemed like there's some growth on my channel, somebody actually saying go ahead and bloom. It's like after you like we just kicked you out of a sacred space. We was keeping you here so that you wouldn't do nothing stupid and end your chances, but you're not the judge. You're not choosing nothing over here. You're not choosing nothing over here. You don't put no limits on me over here. And I'm not doing nothing to you. So somebody could be trying to act like, this is not a person here. It's just a flower, rest in peace or something like this. But I feel like it's this young woman here, possibly here. Some could be about a lotus flower or something like this here too. This could be also, I'm hearing that a bigger sister or could be sacrificing their little sister. Jack and Jill. I wonder if this is some Jack, because I was hearing Jack Harlow. So Harlow could be even somebody's first name. And then and Jill. Or this could also be Jack, like somebody that was on the Titanic, okay? This could be somebody that's going on a journey that feel like it was the journey of the Titanic. Rather, it's our sinking government or something else sinking, a corporation or something. They've been riding it out with somebody named Jill. Jill Scott. Somebody's name could be Scott. That was another name that came up in that movie with some of these companies or whatever that was putting people in some type of servitude here during colonization. Now, they're not the first groups, okay? These are just some people that was in the middle somewhere, okay? Somebody's trying to make it seem like these groups were before. No, these were not the first groups. I'm pretty sure that whatever families I'm connected to was the first groups, okay? But I don't think that they were doing this type of labor. This is like I said, this was when they was going into the mountains and doing this cold. Like there was different time milestones. But again, a lot of these people that were supposed to be with me, China or somebody gave them a Lucy juice so that they would not have to go through the strenuous flipping through trying to find out who they is or trying to go through memories. These people have advanced knowledge here where they're able to flip through their life and yours possibly, right? And try to maneuver something here. All right. So I was just thinking about in the Bible when he says, I may not be able to see you in person because after they do all they do, remember she turned into particles like Mike TV and Willy Wonka. They turned into turned into particles and she left that information with somebody. Okay. So several of these people could have went through this transition, and that's who's trying to speak to you again through the airwaves. That's who's watching you through the television screen. They might be saying that it's your fault that they did it this way or something, and they could be trying to contact you or communicate with you. They could be this could be what's flipping through your feed and putting stuff in your feed or whatever, picking on you or bullying you or something like this. You know, trying to get inside of you or something like this. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups here. This is what's hiding is that somebody is an Ace of Cups, the sun. Something about the sun dipping into an Ace of Cups. But I keep on seeing that this sun on this thing is little. So there could be a little boy. I don't know. Somebody could be trying to dip a little boy into a big cup. I mean, this could be somebody trying to, I hope this is not what somebody is doing, trying to bring some little kids on you. Because I'm hearing Jesus saying, oh, don't stop the little children from coming to me. So I hope this ain't no freaky shit that they was trying to do. I just hope it's not. You know, I hope they have not been doing this, like drugging someone with fentanyl and then doing something like this to make it seem like you're inappropriate. And that's why I was telling my daughter yesterday, because she likes to come sit by me. And sometimes I feel very uncomfortable because I feel like there has to be an energy in her or something like this. Because the way she came, I was laying down and she came and she was like, Mom, can we get and the way she came and she like put her leg over me and it was like in a straddling motion. And I'm like, get up, you know, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe another parent would just be like, oh, honey, what's going, but I don't know. I just don't like it. It's not just emotion. It's just, she's been doing things like this, right? And then I said, you know, we're talking about this because this has to be going on at just other houses. Now, in the world, they'd have to start with doing something or defiling someone that is good, that's supposed to bring change, okay? But that's just a gateway for them to bust you out the way, who God placed there as a guard or a gate that can take the battering rams, battering at them and not be afraid and not move and protect. See, the wall of China or whatever this is. But something like that, a powerful entity or person or something that is like, or what was his name? Jackson, Stonewall Jackson. Okay, that could be why they got rid of a certain masculine here, because he might have been a stone wall protecting somebody. He was on his knees in the tent praying to God. This could be also somebody doing something with somebody else and thinking about God, because they removed this person from God and made them go put his head under water or the water instead of his God, to throw him off for a while. That's kind of like what that reading was saying last night. And the water snake kept eating this angel alive when the angel was sent to God. And because he wanted to go home, they ended his life. So she began to come and sit, and it was like a, you know, and I said, no. And I said, that's what grown-ups do to each other when they want to, you know, because she's very particular about me going in the room with her dad. She's like, he'd be like, okay, he'll try to come on to me somewhere in the house, and then he'll hurry up and run. He was like, oh my goodness, here come the general. Because when she sees us show affection, she don't like that. So in some households, you know what I'm saying, you have to respect because I don't know if she's doing that because she don't feel comfortable or something like this, but she's a person in this house and everything, and we don't have to show affection in front of, that's on the TV shows. You don't have to show affection all the time, 24/7. Stop kissing in front of your children and shit like this. I guess it's not gonna matter though if you never displayed that kind of stuff in front of them and they not watching it on TV most likely unless they sneak and watching it on their phone. You wonder, where is you getting this from? And this has to be spell work or people invading something or doing something with these children at a young age. So when you see these little girls starting to groom themselves differently, there has to be something that's going on here. And we call it puberty, but no, there's something else going on here. And so, I had to tell her that no, that's what grown-ups do to each other when they want to give affection to each other. I'm not your person or whatever. You don't do that. And I was wondering, it just with I had like a foggy look on my face, like when I was 13, was I doing that? Was I going to my parents and sitting close? No, I didn't want to be nowhere near my parents. Like if I was talking to them and they say, come on in here and let me talk to you, I'd sit on the chair across from them or at the other end of the couch. I wasn't like, okay, dad and mom, at that age, I wasn't like, oh, I'll just sit on your lap or let me just sit right here and put your arm around me and we can talk. That shit was over at like 6 years old or something. So again, that's what I asked. What is this spell work that they're using to start up people to have inappropriate thoughts about their children? I know don't nobody think that shit gonna try to get, no, you about to piss me off. But I said it. And then I said, and another thing is, people be trying to watch and they trying to set up somebody or something and make it look like, so you could do that to me and then they could be taking pictures on your smart TV and showing it to, people at DCFS to build up a fake file on you. I seen a little child in a video today choking on something and there was a lady outside grabbing a child and digging in his mouth and trying to remove something from that was lodged in his throat. And the mother came out and was like, you get away from my son. She started yelling at the lady and she was about to hit her. And she might have, or she was about to, or something like this. And then she grabbed her son and was like, get out of here or something. And she was like, oh, I was just trying to. And then she opened up her hand. Okay. She opened up her hand and there was a something in her hand. Okay. That was stuck in a boy's throat. So it said, don't judge a book by its cover. But again, if I know that this cover, I think somebody was trying to say that because I blocked somebody from my energy last night. But if I know that as somebody that I trusted gave me a message a long time ago and said, watch out for this, and I'm trying to cover myself, or I know that this person has been in my energy some kind of way before, it's not nothing being rude. Again, this is what's going to happen. Have you ever seen, okay, it makes me think about even on American Horror Story when the lady was, when they was making that lady watch the suffering or something, that those witches made her watch the suffering of the people or something. But again, they don't know the real story. They don't know the real story. You know what the history books wrote about it. But do you think they didn't write it like that so that now when something like this happened, we would be still crying about it? We would still be in our emotions about what they did to black people back in the 60s. Okay? If you knew that that was another time of reckoning, that somebody created something in the likeness of humans, and these people were actually attacking their slaves or doing stuff to their negras even back then, and that these burnt up people and these corpses and these things that was hanging in the tree was something that was unholy. So they say anybody that was hanging up from the neck or something from a tree is cursed. Was that saying that? Let's see. Look at the damn heater coming on. Hold on one second. Was that? All right. Was that for us to say, oh, if Jesus got hung, that means he was cursed? Or was that supposed to be worded that these people that was doing that or being hung or something, that they were some accursed things? Forget about the race, especially when we talk about the people that was burned, because you don't know what race that was. All we know in the history book is there's a whole bunch of so-called white people standing over some charred up person. The person could have been white like them. The person could have been black. We don't know what color the person was. Nobody stopped to ask themselves what color the person was or what it was. Nobody stopped to ask what it was. We got the chariot in reverse here. So people believe in these myths. In the South, they know about different entities and stuff like that. But, nobody want to see that. You see, they use that in the history books to manipulate something so you can still be harping about this shit and not really healing yourself or blaming that for the reason why we don't and we ain't and we can't, when it's common shit that you should be sniffing out right now that's going on as to why we can't, we ain't, and we don't. Like the fact that this has been a slow demolition for the past 400 years of something else that been hiding, like it says, like Martin Luther King said, in the corners of society, waiting to pounce on your American so-called black ass. We got the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. See, it would be too hard for you to go ahead and start deciphering. Go ahead and realize when Jesus said, if you don't hate your mother and father, maybe that meant that you was going to find out something about your mama and daddy that you didn't know. These could be mother figures in the community or something as well. Maybe somebody gonna find out that their mamas was kidnappers that kidnapped them and was molesting them or something like this. Some of these twin flame or these divine masculines that's being offered up as the greatest thing in the world, but they not even really healed on the inside because these witches just want to offer them up and they want to take the good ones that you got sitting at home. In some cases. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.